That's how it's done, baby! Woo! Yeah! We're on the other side of the Athabasca. Let the adventure begin! Woo! Whoa, time to weigh that beast. I managed to stuff the kayak inside of it. See what Dad weighs here, always the moment of truth. 175 exactly, 175.2. Alright, okay, so now I'm 175, and packing only 2 days worth of food. That's actually not bad. I'm guessing it's going to be 210 pounds all in. Let's see what happens. 175. Whoa, 220.4. 25 plus 20 is 45 pounds. Okay, well that's still less than when I did the north boundary, and that's like a 9-day trip. So I don't know how. We'll see what else we can. I mean, well, actually, I'm missing the life jacket. So yeah, this is going to be 46, 47 pounds. Wow. All right, time for the big reveal. So Laurent picked me up. It's 3 o'clock. We had a late start, but might as well let everybody know where we're going now. So he's the guy who cooked up this wild idea. So what are we doing?
So we're gonna hike the Fortress Lake Trail, and then instead of going to Fortress Lake, we're gonna continue on the Chaba River. We'll try to hike to the headwaters and check out the area, then paddle down the Chaba into the Athabasca and to we don't know where yet. We'll figure it out tomorrow.
Yeah, so the advantage we have now is we brought our pack rafts, and the Fortress Lake Trail's been not as used as much as it used to be, because there used to be a bridge over the Athabasca River, a suspension bridge that hasn't been there since 2014, and people can't really cross that river on foot. So we're going to cross it with our boats, and then we're going to float down the river. So we got about 30 total kilometers of walking and probably 40 or 50 of rafting. So 2 nights out, 3 days, and should be pretty cool. Lots of tourists come here. Sunwapta Falls just there. We're gonna go past. Guaranteed everybody's gonna wonder, what the heck are these two guys doing with paddles heading down there? Well, that's for me to know and them to find out, I guess. And we're off. Well, we've been gone 40 minutes. This is what the trail looks like now. I should have taped what it looked like earlier. It was pretty ugly with all the bikes going through here. Okay, folks, that was way faster than we expected. This is Big Bend, and it is one of the more spectacular, easily accessible campsites in Jasper. If you look at my watch, 7:15, so it took us 1 hour and 15 minutes to travel. Officially it says 6 point something. The sign behind me says 6 kilometer. There's somebody over there. Laurent just brought up a good point. I was going to say we should go look at the site, but we're going to go by here on our rafts, so no need to go. One of the prettier sites. We're going to press on. Our plan is to go to a campsite called Athabasca Crossing. It's not nearly as pretty as this one, but you know, take advantage of the weather, make some miles, and then tomorrow morning we'll have an easy morning. Well, relatively. It is now 7:48. I can't remember, I looked just before leaving. I think it's officially sunset. Despite the sun going down, we get about half an hour of daylight after sunset. But we will almost certainly finish this hike with headlamps. Mais quoi? C'est top. Écoute, il va falloir arrêter une minute de toute façon, fait que... Wow, now look at how dark it is. Now it is, it's later than 8, it's about 8:15. A couple more minutes and we're gonna have to reach into the pack and look for our headlamps. It's gonna be a bit of a test to get in this late. Tomorrow's the night we're gonna have a lot of fun. Tonight is probably be about 8:30 by the time we get into camp. What I'll probably do is boil water real quick, dump the water in my Alpine Air dehydrated whatever I'm eating tonight. That takes 15 minutes of sitting around, and while that's sitting for 15 minutes, I'll set up my tent. This is a good test. This is where the familiarity of having my same pack for all these years, I can pretty much find anything in my pack just by feel. I don't need sight because I pack exactly the same way all the time. It's actually getting dizzying walking right now. It's a weird sensation. We're coming to a nice creek. I'm going to stop here and grab some water. That was close. It is 9:20, so we covered the distance pretty quickly, and we could smell the smoke coming in here. There's two guys from Belgium, so and they have a fire, so that's convenient. I'm going to set up my camp somewhere here. Laurent is over there. 9:31. Pack raft, sleeping bag, all good. It's past 11 o'clock, so it's been a great day. It's going to be cold tonight. It's already about 2 degrees. Came into camp, like I said, there was people here, the guys from Belgium. They made a fire. We took out our saws and made the fire a little bit bigger. I don't think it's going to snow tonight. We're going to have a nice comfortable night. It's going to be cold, but we'll see you guys in the morning.
Well, it's morning of the second day. It's actually quite warm, and I slept like a baby. Sleeping bag was warm. But more interestingly, I just realized today is September 21st, so today is, I can't remember if it's the solstice or the equinox, but the days are, this is like the amount of daylight and darkness are the same. So today sunrise will probably be around 7:50 because the sunset was around 7:50 last night. So we're gonna have an almost exactly 12-hour day. So it's now 7:10. I'm up. I thought we were ambitious because we wanted to get a good head start, but we won't because it's going to be dark. But I'm going to get up anyways and go make myself a nice coffee. How'd you sleep in your miniature little tent? Man, that thing looks small. And what were you experimenting with? Laurent's getting ready for next year's big adventure, so he's doing a few experiments. So you brought...
I'll do it.
Were you thinking of sleeping in just the foam?
Yeah, I'll do it tonight though.
Jesus. He wants to test if he has a failure of the mattress, what will happen. Well, I'll tell you what will happen. You bring it, and if it happens, it happens. You don't need to practice it. This is actually, it looks like a lake, but it's not a lake. It's connected to the river. It is the river. The river just comes in and bends out, but it's so calm. We couldn't see any of this last night. And actually, it's really surprisingly warm right now. We're gonna have a great day. The hang. Nothing got disturbed. Nothing got disturbed. This is disturbing. Some morons managed to pack a freaking 8-man tent in here. I've seen everything in my life in terms of hiking. I've seen people hike in big tents, lawn chairs, water bottles, whatever. But to hike an 8-man tent, I don't know why. They must have thought it was worth it. They must have done a big party and then left the 8-man tent there. Irresponsible, stupid. Just want to see if the fire's still warm. Absolutely not. I'm just going to make a fire. Not a fire. I'm just going to boil a little bit of water and then make myself a coffee so to enjoy while I pack up. Have my morning poop. Alright, everything's packed. Like I said, there was other people. Laurent's got to go do what he's got to go do. He's packed. If you look right over there, you can see the Athabasca River going. So I suspect that when the water's high enough, this floods and then becomes isolated as the river goes down. So this is a lake some of the time, and some of the time it's just a curve in the river technically. That's pretty stretching, 9 kilometers to Big Bend. We did it in under 2 hours. So ahead. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous. We've been hearing all sorts of bad stories about this crossing. It used to be so much simpler when it was just a bridge over here. Parks Canada, if you're watching this, I don't know why you guys don't rebuild this bridge. Wouldn't be that complicated, and it sure is a gorgeous area beyond the bridge. So pleading with you, fix the bridge so that people don't risk themselves crossing it. We came into the dark, and now we're finally seeing views. We're going to see views all day. That's why we hiked on last night. When we got to Big Bend, I made the suggestion that maybe we should stop at Big Bend, but we'd be getting up now and walking almost 2 hours for nothing. So it's a boring 2 hours between Big Bend and Athabasca Crossing. So now we start our day immediately with views. So today and tomorrow is the highlight of this trip. This is officially the Athabasca.
And over there is the Chaba. Where to cross, eh? As the starting point, we're going to walk to where the old bridge used to be, but the bridge would have been placed at the narrowest point of the river, which strategically is the fastest point for paddlers. So it was put at the narrowest point to make it easy. It's the shortest suspension. We, on the other hand, would probably prefer a slightly wider, slower crossing, such as this. Explain to the folks where this river is coming from, the Athabasca. Do you know?
Yeah, Lake Athabasca and the Athabasca ice field.
Yeah. So anybody who's ever driven on the Icefield Parkway and gone over the big glacier there, that's the headwaters of this river. And then this river flows, it's actually part of the Arctic watershed. This river flows north to the Arctic. The old bridge. There's one of the bridge abutments on this side. Whoops.
Je vais le tempérer, ça va tellement prendre 2 minutes pour adopter que ça va pas la peine.
De quoi?
Tu sais, quand tu le laisses dans l'eau 5 minutes, ensuite tu le regorges, je pense pas que ça va faire qu'on va t'adopter.
and then you let the air inside cool off a little bit, and then it lowers the pressure, and then you when the air cools off, it loses pressure a bit, and then you top it off again. One trick is to put it in the water and have it lose temperature that way. Huh? Crazy moments in life, part 79. Woohoo! An elegant goat. I am not. Tu y vas puis je te filme. Ben, j'étais pour filmer avec elle. Ah, tu veux me passer la tienne? Ok. Qu'est-ce que tu veux faire pour filmer? La tienne est où? Elle est juste là. Ah, ok. Moi, je vais rapper elle, vu qu'elle peut voir le coup, puis je vais filmer avec elle aussi. That's it. That was easy.
Look how graceful he is.
There's rocks right there.
That's it. That was easy. That's how it's done, baby. Woo! Yeah! We're on the other side of the Athabasca. Let the adventure begin. Woo! Oh yeah, and you guys out there that said you don't like screaming on videos or out in the wilderness, bullshit. Listen to this. Woo! Yeah! We're not the only ones to have crossed here. Others have been there. Laurent just solved a mystery. You think it's horses? Yeah, I see it. The reason this is such an attraction is about 10 miles that way is Fortress Lake, which is one of the largest lakes. It's on the Alberta-BC border. I think it's all in BC, but it is stocked with massive cutthroats. Like they get to 15, 20 inches bigger than that, and they're even a special hybrid, I think, or whatever, and they're sought after, and guys used to go there. Now, of course, the outfitter doesn't want this bridge repaired because what people are doing now is they're paying a ridiculous amount of money. They're paying $3,000, $4,000. How much did you say, Laurent? $4,000 for 4 days of fishing. Of course he doesn't want to fix this bridge. Nice spot to stop for breakfast and let things warm up. Tape up injuries. We're both injured. Laurent's ankle, my knee. No. Boiling a little bit of water, have a coffee and a little bit of oatmeal. Everybody will be happy. Of course, somebody tried to burn the bridge, or what's left of it. There would have been about 15 sections like that. They're all gone. Right. 9:53, and we have left the campground, crossed the river, and we're on our way. Now, last time I was here, this far, was probably in 1999, and I went to Fortress Lake back then, and there was something very unusual up ahead a couple of kilometers away. Suddenly in the trees was a bunch of shoes and boots, and I mean not just a few, but like dozens and dozens of pairs. So I don't know if there's a weird tradition where people leave their boots, but we're gonna find out. Something is eating the mushrooms. Seen that quite a bit on the trail, right there. Hi, buddy. Hey, bear! Pourtant, les ours dans un parc national devraient être bilingues. Ils devraient être capables de crier en français. Qu'est-ce qu'on crie en français? Ours! Yeah, so for some of you viewers who don't know, I think most of you know by now. Moi, je suis franco-ontarien, né en Ontario, d'un père franco-ontarien puis d'une mère québécoise. Donc, je parle les deux langues officielles du Canada. Je parle le français puis l'anglais. Puis, avec moi aujourd'hui, Laurent. Laurent, il y a un nom de famille. Tourville quoi? Blanchet. Tourville-Blanchet. Blanchet, pas chet, T-T-E, Blanchet. C'est-tu québécois ou c'est québécois pur laine? Old stock Quebecer, as Trudeau would say. My last name is Bélanger. I'm about as old stock Canadian as they get. I'm the 13th generation of my family to live in this country. We can trace it all back to a guy named François Bélanger who arrived here 1634, 1635, somewhere around there. And there is a contract. We can see the contract. He was part of 100 colonists who agreed to leave France and come here. And he settled just east of Quebec City. And the first two documented Roman Catholic weddings in the New World. There might have been some earlier, but there was two that occurred on one date in 1635 in Quebec City. And my ancestor was one of them. He married a 13-year-old girl. I think he was 22 at the time. So, but it's in the church records, easily found. He had 13 kids, and of those 13, 10 were sons. And they all survived to adulthood. So within one generation, just east of Quebec City in Château Richer, there was 11 families of Boulangers. So me, I'm following in the family tradition. That's why I have 3 sons. Some other day I'll give you the story about our names and how none of us have original names. We have sort of rules in the family of how we name people. And my name is Joseph Patrick Martin, so Martin's my 3rd name, but every name has a significance. This is pretty unique. Going under this shit with a large pack is not as easy. Everybody has their own technique. Nature's amazing. Very slowly, Marty. Bad knees and all. Holy smokes. They bounce. Holy shit. I'm getting old, folks. I'm getting old. Wow. Nice. Now the question is where? What's your thoughts? People used to cross here and go just there and over the ridge, and the lake is back in there, but we're going to go up further that way. We're not going to cross. We're going to try and stay, or we're going to walk the flats. On va se trouver, on va décider.
I'd walk the flats.
Les traces de pieds. Well, let's go sit somewhere. Let's go have a granola bar and think about the next step.
beaten path, folks.
That's not entirely a fair comment. I understand that most people can't get off the beaten path. I get it, you know. I don't want to alienate anyone. I know a lot of people live vicariously through some of my videos and other people's videos, and that's why I do it. I mean, I enjoy bringing this to people, but, you know, let me pan around. Where we're going tomorrow. Tonight we're hiking all the way up to the headwaters of this river. Those are my tracks. Big moose. Well, if that's the main, that better not be the main channel. We had no choice, so I inflated my raft. I canoed here, and then Laurent had a rope, so he towed it back, and now Laurent's going to float here. And it was fundamentally the only way we could cross the creek. We got caught on the wrong channel. We need to go way over there. So, and this is extremely deep, so we couldn't cross on foot. Well, probably safe to say that no humans have walked here. Not in a long, long time anyways. There's no trail where we are now. Zero. This is not looking promising. The Chaba is just so skinny all over here. We wanted to go further up, but all we'd be doing is hiking and hiking back. There's no, we wouldn't be able to float this tomorrow. There's nothing to float. There's no river here. You'd have to come in the spring, but then in the spring you couldn't walk these river flats. They're just too braided. Smart thing. We're going to the lake. It's fun to have an idea and try something, and it just didn't quite work out. It's no big deal.
Part of the adventure.
Yeah. This one wouldn't be. Yeah, this is. Well, we're still going to raft all the way down the Athabasca tomorrow. That's nothing wrong with that. There's no attempt to stay dry anymore. My boots are soaking wet. But we're going to Fortress Lake, and lots of firewood there. We'll make a fire and dry up. Realized I'd forgotten to look. I was sort of focused on getting to the lake, but I mean, look at this scenery. Wow. That's official. Congrats, we're in BC.
Somebody didn't mess around.